Hey guys, welcome back to the blog vlog. Today is a big one.
Yep. Today
Massive.
is the
Kind of a big deal.
genesis of all blogging
yes.
and all anything online.
Yes, the elusive
question that we get a lot, and we got it I think 3 or 4 times in one day since we made our video saying that we're going to be doing these videos.
Yeah.
So just a few recent Rachel, Steph, and Say What from YouTube all ask similar question. My number one question is, how do you build a big following and or how do you get traffic to your blog? Is there a specific strategy we should use? Wow. I mean, this
Okay.
is
That's
a
a
big
big
one.
deal.
And
Yeah.
I mean, it totally makes sense why you want to know this.
Yeah.
So,
a few tips.
a few tips. This is just all stuff that we have used and do use. I think that's the best way to get advice, and so that's what we're given.
Yep.
So what do we do? And again, we're working on this too. Always working on
this
getting
is a constant.
more people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, these were 2 separate questions. How do you get traffic, and then how do you get a following? But we're going to tie them together. Getting a following and getting traffic, a lot of the things you do are very similar. There's specific things you can do to turn that following into traffic, which we talk about a little bit in our email series and on the blog. Don't mind the cat. There's specific things you can do to turn that following into traffic, but just most of it's the same stuff, which we're going to talk about in this video. So what do you got? How do you get a following?
How do you get a following? So I would say one really important thing is to create a social media account on all social media channels, all the big hitters anyways. So Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest. Make sure you have an account on all of those. It doesn't mean you have to be the best at all of them. You can pick 1 or 2 to really focus on and to grow those and engage with people a lot on those. I personally would recommend Instagram number 1 just because it is such a massive tool. It's such a great place to connect, really, really connect with people. I have made some true friendships on Instagram that I cherish and that I wouldn't have made if I didn't have this blog. Another one that's really big right now and forever is Facebook. Super important. I mean, do you know anyone that isn't on Facebook? Your grandma is on Facebook. Your grandma's not on Instagram. So that is not something to be ignored, I think. Literally everyone's on Facebook. So, yeah, and, Twitter, Pinterest.
Yeah, I mean, definitely just pick a couple that you... Pick the ones that you like because you're more, inclined to...
Definitely.
I mean, we recommend Instagram. That works for us, definitely. Yeah. But, not... Maybe if you're not into it, then it doesn't make sense to try because you really do have to really give it your all when you're committing to building a couple platforms.
But you should still be on it.
Of course,
I recommend
be on them
all
yes.
bloggers to have a social media account on all of the channels.
Yeah, you don't want somebody to not be able to find you.
You have to be there. Yeah. You just have to.
Yep. Yeah, that's you have your blog. Okay, that's one thing. That's your your home base, but social media is your co-pilot in this whole adventure.
And it is such a great way for people to find you.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have found you otherwise.
Yep.
So yeah, that's good. Another thing is every single time that you post on your blog, make sure to share it on all of those social channels as well.
That's a good way with that the second question was how to get the traffic. So this is it's a little bit like how to build the following, but this is key on turning that following into traffic. Okay, so yeah, this is a good example of answering the how to get traffic, because this is a way to turn the following into traffic is doing that post-promotion, because let's say you already have that following, they're interested in you, so now you're going to share your recent post. You're going to tweet out, not just a link, but maybe, say something about the post. Same thing on the other channels. Make a specific pin like a pinnable image for that post. You don't even have to put that image in your blog post. A lot of bloggers do that, and it actually looks kind of awkward if they put like, if they have their post title and then they have their image with the post title on the top of the image. So it's like 10 ways to wear your hair, and then the graphic is like 10 ways to wear your hair, and it's like, well, we get that. So like make a different one. Make
I'm
like
guilty
a
of that.
separate.
I've done that before.
Yeah, everybody does.
Yeah.
Make like a separate image, or at least just make it a good quality image. And then same thing with Instagram. Take a different image and put an Instagram, picture out there that's related to your posts. And it won't always work. Like, it doesn't always make sense to do that on every platform. Like, if Instagram, like, if you're writing, for some reason you write about, like, I don't know, your home renovation, and, like, you're talking about, like, doing your floors. Like, you're not going to, like, put a picture of, like, maybe not, like, of, like, your carpets or, like, your floor. If it doesn't look good. Like, if you can make it look super good, of course. But, like, like, it won't always work. It won't always work. But whenever you can, put your post out on every platform. Yep. That's definitely a good way to turn that following into traffic.
Yep. Another way to build your following / get traffic is posting on other people's blogs. And what I mean by that is leaving comments.
Or posting.
Or posting, like guest posting.
Guest posting.
That works too, yeah. But commenting on other blogs that you love that are similar to yours, because chances are your audiences will be similar as well. And then you could maybe get some new followers that are like, hey,
I like what she had to say.
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
Yeah, who is that person?
But make sure that your comment is genuine, that you actually read the post, and you're actually giving something of value to the comment, and not just saying like, great post, check out my blog.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to check out your blog.
That's just spam. And a lot of bloggers, honestly, will just not even approve those comments because, I mean, they don't add value to their own blog.
Yeah.
And it's not a good look, and then you're going to attach your name and your blog to that. And now, you're kind of in people's heads is like, oh, they just kind of like go around spamming. So it like actually works against, it actually works like against you if you do that. So
it's no good.
Yeah. Add value and join the conversation. Think of it more as a community. Don't comment with the idea that you're self-promoting. I mean, even though you are, you are, but like, have a mindset that you're joining this conversation.
Right.
Yeah, but that's a huge way to get momentum at the beginning. Like, comment. Same thing go on Instagram, go on Twitter, find people who are similar, join a conversation, start a conversation, answer questions, add value, get your name out there, and again, the technical things are really important, like having your profile link in all your profiles and stuff. So like when you're doing all this work, people can find you, and like make sure when you're commenting you put in the correct URL, because a lot of times that happens, and like you click and it's a broken link, and it's like, well, I wish I could have found that person, but now they're just 404 cannot be found or whatever. Yeah,
and that's sad.
It's sad, all that work. Another thing Katie does is write for other sites.
Yeah, so I have a profile on the sites, and it has my blog link in there. And so if people like my writing, they can check out more of my writing.
Yeah, so I mean, you can be a paid or non-paid contributor depending on what site you're writing for. And you get a little author profile, and definitely that's just another way of getting your name out there. Yeah, I think at the beginning it's really helpful to do like really like grassroots type of work, like get your family and friends on Facebook and ask them to share, or ask them to tell their friends about your blog. I mean, that stuff, you might think if you're watching this and you have like tens of thousands of visitors a month on your blog, you might think, well, that's kind of silly, it's not going to help. But if you literally have like 25 visitors, and then your friends and family tell 25 people, like, you just doubled your following. And building a following,
not too shabby.
Yeah, and building a following is like a snowball. Like, it does get momentum, and so you have to start somewhere, and you have to put in a lot of work at the beginning to get that ball rolling.
Yeah.
And that is kind of,
Yeah, it's not going to happen overnight.
No.
It's not going to come super easy. I mean, you could go viral. That's definitely a possibility, but not
it's definitely not something you
terribly-
should at all expect
No.
or bank on or
No.
anything.
You gotta work for it.
Yeah,
you gotta
I
work,
think that
work,
kinda-
work.
I think that'll kind of be our final point here, is that like no matter what you read or hear from us or anybody, like there's no secret tip. You know, I know a lot of people try to sell like classes or ebooks, and you know, like I'll share the one tip that I used or the one secret that I used, and like there's not like one secret, you know, or anybody who bought that, you know, $197 course would be rich too because they use the secret. Like no, the secret is like work.
Yeah.
Like the secret,
Hustle.
what the secret is that it's really not that easy.
Yeah.
Like that's what everyone keeps a secret when they try to like sell you stuff.
Because you want like that one thing that's gonna make it so easy. And
like the secret is that you
fix.
have to work.
not fix.
And it takes time. But it's totally possible. Like, I mean, Katie, you blogged for how long before you?
Like 2 years.
Like a couple years before it started making money. You know, and I think nowadays it's realistic to expect within 6 months to start making money, but it's totally unrealistic.
Yeah, I didn't even know that you could make money when I started blogging.
And there's a lot more out there now, like Instagram and these wonderful platforms. But I think if you expect to make money, if you're trying to pay like next month's rent and you need some extra money, I think you should find something else to do for that month's rent. But you should definitely try to, you know, start your blog and get it going. But I mean, it's going to take more than a month or two, I think, to build a following and to start making money and stuff. I mean, it's amazing when it happens, you know, and when you start to see income from like doing what you love and working from home, and I mean, that's amazing.
Yeah.
But you know, it's your hard work paying off. But again, at the beginning, kind of got to be ready to, you know, hustle, and it won't be the most fun. You're gonna feel like you're writing for nobody, and you're gonna feel like when you share stuff on Facebook, it's like, who am I sharing this with? But I promise you, if you're putting in the work and you're dedicated to it, you know, it's gonna pan out. So that's just speaking from experience.
Yeah.
So that's that. I think we'll wrap it up there. There's tons of information on growing traffic and growing a following in our email list, which we'll link below. You'll get an email about once a week with literally like all that kind of stuff, and then how to turn that into money, and like just stuff like that. And we have another website with blogging tips that we'll also link below. So there's tons of that information there. But I think we'll leave that video.
Yeah, that's it for today.
Hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, and keep sending those
questions.
We have lots more to come. So we will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.
Bye.